right. Welcome back. We have another exciting exhibition here in the pipe between Mundank and Bmanthebighero. Both of these guys, some extremely talented players, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what they pull out. We're joined here on commentary by the wizard himself, Timothy, and Isa, the great and talented. Take it away.
Okay, we forgive you for tuning the dial away for a little because we are back into the intensity and Nova is already making waves.
Killing off Dante as an assist. We saw some of that in the last set as well, where Thor was just doing some work to take out Dante. It looks like this time it's Mundank that's doing the work, trying to make sure that he never needs to fight Dante as a character. Just kill him as an assist. Jam Session's incredibly powerful, but it's so vulnerable to those things. But it looks like even without a Jam Session, it's very possible for B-Man to get this hit. And with the TAC, what do you think he's going to invest here against Spencer?
Yeah, straight into trigger. Should be one more hit for the reset here.
Oh, the happy trigger leaving Sentinel or Spencer at a pixel. And Spencer's one of those characters that's extra scary at a pixel just because the bionic arm is always possible.
And he one-touches off of most ARM setups, too, so... Too much value on that bone.
Oh, and the H-Wisp for Mundank. Looks like both of them are adjusting to how they're going to play this out. And able to dodge that Disruptor, B-Man making sure to do great, but then gets cornered, and as soon as they try to get out, looks like Mundank has the hit, is going to be able to kill for 1 meter, and potentially has the mix-up here on Hawkeye.
50-50.
No air movement for this character.
And this is terrifying. Both these players are running a 3-point style of team, which means any character in X Factor is a nightmare.
It's one of those things where even if you snap someone in, it doesn't mean that you'll be safe at the end. There's always the risk of death around every corner. And these players really make sure to bring out that risk of death, and here it is coming through. Deadpool is going to have the first part of his name amplified here, going into the beam, into the Spencer DHC. This is going to kill off Deadpool and leave an ideal incoming mix-up situation.
50-50, stay in front, go behind. I'm feeling behind.
Oh, and oh no! Hammer connected, but that's one of those situations that somehow got the down H instead of the down forward H. Didn't get the OTG and instead got all the swords, but going to get the snap here. Is this going to be the end of Disruptor Assist?
And being cognizant of when you get an option select like that and making the most of it.
Ooh, and Mundank confirms the hit here. B-Man's Dante getting messed up. At least this game he got to play, but Magneto showing that if you snap him in, you need to make sure this character dies. Ooh, Dante putting some bullets on the screen, but the magnetic shockwave is terrifying here.
Oh, that was cheap!
Nova investing the X-Factor, but drops the combo on Hawkeye, and now there's the opportunity to X-Factor at any point to threaten Mundank.
Goes for stagger once again. Nice breakout.
Oh, got the freeze shot. I like that they went for the first one. B-Man setting up that feeling like, oh, that's all I dealt with, and then goes for one when the block stun actually ends so that the cross-up protection's gone. Really creative stuff there by B-Man.
Yeah, gonna suppress with arrows. Is that gonna work? It does. Smart Mundank, always having an option.
Ooh, but it looks like B-Man here getting the confirm on Spencer. Mundank, aware that there's going to be this immediate TAC, guesses correctly on which one it's going to be. Ooh, this doesn't kill, but this leaves Spencer at 1 pixel, and if you catch him before he gets to the ground, he can't bionic arm. Great stuff. B-Man tying it up 1-1 in this 1-7 match.
They're calling him the big hero for nothing, and we are seeing some heroic risks at a huge payout. Okay, that's no more teleports. Goes for the extra extension into a reset scenario?
Curious. Let's see. But Deadpool on Chip took so much damage from that Nova Blaster, but great job with the Mad Wheel. Able to get the hit on Nova and has 3 meters available. Is this going to be the end of the...
Oh, weird hit stun finality.
Jam Session's an amazing assist, but it's not like it was in Vanilla where it would knock down. Instead, You need to be cognizant that you don't have the last hit of Jam Session be the thing applying your hit stun, and because of that, Deadpool ends up dying, and Spencer's in for the mix. Oh, Nova's in for the mix.
Cross under. Indeed, cross under shield, stagger, stagger.
And great defense by B-Man, knowing not to overextend. Ooh, get some bullets into the assist.
That didn't work. I was surprised.
I'm also surprised. Okay, so it looks like Kiss of Fire is able to beat out the power of the Nova Force, at least if it's started up at an early enough point. And B-Man hits the setup. Is he going to invoke his inner evasion here and just time out, do the efficient play? Or do you think we're going to see him go until he gets enough for a level 3? Or how do you feel this is going to be approached?
If he can keep it up, I actually think the best course of action is the full infinite here. Mundank just blow for blow does more damage than a lot of his characters, and he's got low life with Hawkeye in the back, so considering that as a back pocket option, but he didn't think it was sustainable, and that's a very respectable choice.
Yeah, if you have the thought, I might drop this, give yourself the opportunity to win by being like, I know that I already have 5 meters out of this. I am at a heavily rewarded state. I don't need to get reward bonus school. I need to just do whatever is most effective right now. And sometimes most effective right now is going for the knockdown and getting the kill. So it looks like Hawkeye and Dante getting that second win on the board for Bmanthebighero.
And that's an interesting thing. As I said, B-Man a character player who likes to leverage overall resources as his weapon, but Mundank, like, you give him dirt, he makes a pot. He makes he yields everything into the clay of his combos. Just very flexible.
Oh, and hit the arm for the kill there. How do you feel about Dark Dante?
Really good. I just don't think this is the situation where you want him. Bionic Arm really makes a lot of Dark Dante's options more mortal.
And with that, Mundank was ready, was experienced and saw that that advancing guard happened, used the anti-air command throw to punish, and with that, gets the kill on Dante, tying it up 2-2. Oh, Tan Growth, it looks like in chat, Prodigy is trying to see if they could sign up. Is it too late? Are they beyond the time limit for the excellent bracket? It looks like Polka Dots has the data, and I am sorry, Prodigy, but you are indeed too late. You will have to instead enjoy this hype exhibition in between Mundank and Bmanthebighero. Oh, B-Man, both of them getting hits on assists, but then putting some buttons out to stop things.
I wonder what the thought process is on letting the explosion go off and then just going back to neutral.
Ooh, finishes with cutting time for the specific incoming. Do you think that incoming will be survived?
50-50. There was an equal chance they did or did not.
Well, that would be if it was only 150-50, right? Because they got the push under and then the jam push.
Look, Mundank somehow blocked it nonetheless.
And this looks like it'll be potentially the end of Deadpool. Mundank, cognizant that he had already used the bounce, making sure to use the THC instead of trying to OTG.
And truly, what is appreciated about Mundank is their variation of this team. We see mostly Doom. You get those little things like he did there. He dashed forward Team Hyper to use the Shockwave into Bionic Arm pickup.
And B-Man showing that, oh, he would like to have the Hawkeye matchup because it feels much more stable having the Hawkeye Dante, but it looks... This is a terrifying character. Mundank is going to do something scary on incoming. Oh, but B-Man gets advantage here. Just making sure to keep Mundank in block stun and gets the air S. Just goes straight into super, and with that, B-Man putting another game on the board. It looks like just like the amazing set we had in between Dots and KJ, this one's also going right back and forth. Isn't that awesome, Wizard Tim?
Yep. Like I said, every point a hero on these teams.
Ooh, good block there by B-Man. Recognized that Mundank was going to stop hitting Hawkeye and attempt to hit his point, but then was already ready to block, didn't invest in a way that would get him hurt, and goes for the blow-up again. What do you think is the strat out here?
It's curious.
Or is the strat just like sometimes things happen on Parsec? because sometimes things do happen on Parsec. But going for the Kiss of Fire did not catch Human Rocket. This is looking like the end of Hawkeye, and only for a single meter. Gets to set up a shield. Oh no, why were you going for the overhead? Looks like there was no confirmation available from B-Man though, and that means that this is now back to the neutral game, and B-Man gets another chance to live, reacts to that 2M missing, and punishes with his own slide. Great stuff.
And B-Man's style of Deadpool is just very brutal, much like Spencer. They just like to stick to you and throw out dangerous options.
Oh, didn't get the last one of the quick as the wins. And with that, X Factor had been looking like it was very favorable for B-Man, but at the end of it, Mundank's the one who comes out on top with 2 characters available.
I do believe in Dante's resources to make a comeback, but you have to wither the storm!
That was a great command throw by Mundank. You needed to hold up there. There was no opportunity to tech, and because of that, this is going to be the end of Dante. And Mundank is this tying it up? Jeez, these folks are just the most evenly matched, amazing players.
Mundank's won quite a few TNSs for a reason. Just anything you give him, he optimizes.
It's true. Though I definitely feel like this year the Deadpools have been out in force, and B-Man has been a big part of making that happen. But this time, his Deadpool is not going to be the one applying force. It's going to be Magneto using that magnetism to dismantle this Deadpool. But Dante and Hawkeye have been doing great work this set. I bet that they have the opportunity to do so again. But that means surviving this incoming mix-up. Do you think Dante can do it?
It's going to be hard. 50-50, front or behind, throw. Nice double jump.
Managed to double jump
on
out.
the apex.
Ooh, that advancing guard timing by Mundank made sure that the mix-up that... Ooh! It looks like B-Man was ready for it.
X-Factor damage bonus. Let's see if he can get this kill.
And with that, you could Thunderbolt. Oh no, didn't get his opportunity, and because of that is now going to potentially lose the Dante. And Mundank wisely X-Factoring turns this hit into a punish that could kill the character. Now it's all up
50-50.
to solo Hawkeye.
That was so many great blocks from B-Man there. He got trapped 4 times.
Indeed. And I feel like if you're playing a character like Hawkeye that doesn't have a double jump or an 8-way air dash or a big sphere that he could put around himself, you need to get really good at blocking those incomings if that's your anchor. B-Man showing the strengths of that, but Mundank showing his offense is even stronger.
Mundank up 4 now, and things just looking better and better. However, as I say it,
B-Man says, better for who? Oh, better for Mundank reading that TAC attempt, getting out of it immediately, and getting the hit on Deadpool. This is looking pretty scary for B-Man. And with that, it's going to be Deadpool going down. Perfect income timing. Is he going to leave in Spencer? No, brings in the Nova again. Sets up. And Dante's in the corner, gets hit by the H, but does not confirm it. However, when Magneto Disruptor's there, confirms it just fine, is going to be able to kill off this Dante for, I think this is still 2 meters. Wizard Tim, Hawkeye is mortal, but we've seen some good blocks from B-Man. Will he make it?
chance, but here comes knock knock, it's footsies.
And very great patience there by B-Man until he gets tapped on the head. Mundank knows to X-Factor instantly, builds up enough meter, does enough damage, kills off the character without even needing the meter. And with that, Mundank's starting a streak here, getting up onto those 3 games in a row,
5
bringing
up,
himself to
and B-Man's sitting in a
5-3.
nice 3.
Oh, but B-Man gets the throw. This could be big. Has the knockdown in the corner, has access to their assist still. The instant overhead was a little too far away. Tragedy for B-Man. He went for the setup, but it didn't quite hit Nova's height at that distance. But everything's better if you reset, right? You're able to get all that additional meter, so now B-Man, if they get a hit, will definitely be able to kill Spencer with ease. That sounds pretty nice. But Mundank has been very high percent on blocking these incomings with the jam session plus the not cutting time. What's the quick work?
Quick work. Yep.
Oh, and the command throw was too early, but Deadpool getting out of here, putting some bullets in Magneto's back, and because of the timing on this, could potentially use X Factor and get rid of all of Mundank's X Factor and build so much meter for himself while doing it. Looking great for B-Man, has all three characters in Devil Trigger, going for the schmicks. Got hits multiple times, but didn't confirm it. How do you feel about Spencer with no assists and no X Factor as he gets hit by Dante in the head?
I think there was a perfectly good chance of that being a comeback. However, B-Man, one player I think who's incredibly talented at using Devil Trigger. Dante does get better tools in it. They're just weird.
Yes, they're definitely strong tools that have strange behaviors. And it looks like Nova was going to put the hurt onto Hawkeye, but is going to suffice for getting it on Deadpool instead, getting the full combo on this point character, going to be able to get the DHC into Spencer. Ideal ender for having such nonsense available. B-Man's been blocking well and took the last game. Do you think Dante is going to be able to get the chance to double jump again?
Let's see. Yes, a great read from B-Man. Sometimes it's a gamble, but they said B-Man is very strong on his gamble game.
And getting that super jump off was very effective, but unfortunately for him, going to lose Dante. And 3 characters are left on Mundank's team against the solo Hawkeye.
Ooh, knock knock footsies.
And going to build enough meter here. Oh my gosh, Mundank looking like a terror, doesn't need X Factor. All he needs is his well-honed combos and the power of his team and its complete synergy. This is going to be the end of Hawkeye with just one more 80k, I think? Oh, no 80k needed, just needed the last little grapple from the zip to hit.
That's the
And with that, is this the potential final game for Mundank up here with that 6-4?
It is very possible. However, B-Man, I do think I can safely say I can never count this man out. The big
It's
hero
true.
factor is too strong.
He is a very big hero at this point, and that hero-ness has left Magneto bleeding. Half of the character is gone, and Nova getting caught as well. Looks like this could be potentially the end of Richard Rider, and does so without needing to spend any meter.
Mix. Oh, what an
Oh.
option.
But the throw, it looks like that was B-Man being ready. Though, my TACs, I am amazed. Every single TAC that B-Man has gone for, it's been one that Mundank's been ready for. He has correctly anticipated which TAC every single time this set, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
We're aware
no,
of my...
there's one where there was the TAC Infinite, and then after that one, every single time he's like, only once.
Where Mundank wears great eyewear to protect his perception while he's playing games, and you can see it's because he wants to hone in and snipe anything and everything you do.
Oh, and Dante's getting sniped right here, gonna get slammed out of existence, and it's all up to Hawkeye. This is the exhibition life for B-Man, and the Spencer grapple hits X Factor. It looks like the meter's available, and Mundank decides to end it with a squeeze against his viable and powerful opponent B-Man. But today, victory goes to Mundank. Excellent
What-
work by both of these players.
Great sets. Total balance between the two, and so much good tech from all the characters.
We saw some great stuff on assist killing. Mundank making sure to get rid of a Dante as an assist early in the set. We saw so many great command throws from him. And then B-Man really on top of in scrambles, getting the throws post-situation where he was actually at frame disadvantage, doing good stuff. But then just so many situations where something would drop and then his characters would die. Mundank making it terrifying.